Dating Western man, things that I just can't tolerate. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Mimi. Today I want to share something I came across on Xiaohongshu. The reason they get really famous, do they? A post about the cultural difference in dating, specifically when it comes to dating Western men. I thought it was really interesting, so I translate the post to share with you here. I want to let you know this is not my personal opinion, and the reason I'm sharing is because it's getting so popular. It's just for discussion and reflection. If you think you're right, then you're right. The post mainly refers to men from mainstream Western developed countries, for example, USA, UK, Canada. So it doesn't apply places like Russia, the Middle East, South Africa, or Southeast Asia. They have their own dynamics. So this post came from a girl who's been dating a Western man. Anyway, let's dive into the points. And there's other points I collected on social media. And I will add my own points in the end. So here it is. 1. Stingy with money. No red envelopes, no expensive gifts. Western men often don't understand the concept of giving money like red envelopes through WeChat or buying extravagant gifts for every little occasion. So in China, it's quite common for boyfriends to spend money on their girlfriends, paying for meals, gifts, and even small daily expenses. I've noticed that even personally, my male friends, when I'm back home, they rarely let me pay for anything, even when I existed. But of course, also show my appreciation. I will bring them gifts from my travel, from a foreign country, or help them to buy things from abroad, but not asking money. So this is like a very different dynamic to the West. Which 2, splitting the bill. It's always 50-50 with Western man. Unless a Western man specifically says he is treating you, you should expect to split the bill. Okay, here's like following the one before. So yeah, there's no automatic expectation that the guy will pay even on the first date. For someone used to Chinese dating culture, can feel very jarring. 3. Freedom over commitment. No compromising on personal choice. Western men value personal freedom a lot. For example, if your partner loves partying or drinking, you can express your dislike, but you don't really have the right to tell them to stop. However, I think this is true. Chinese girls usually have more saying when they're, especially during dating, before getting married. So for the Western man, it's more about negotiating rather than demanding. They see their lifestyle choices as their personal right, not something you get control because you are in a relationship. I personally think this is very good. I don't really like men just listen to me and don't have their own opinion. If you don't like it, then you can just walk away from this man. You don't have to being demanding and let them listen to you. I personally think this is a good thing. Just like women can say no sometimes if they don't want to do something. 4. Emotionally sensitive. Can't handle tough words or fights. One thing I noticed is that some Western men can be quite fragile emotionally. If you have a heated argument or say something too direct, they might feel like you are toxic or bring out the worst out of them. It's a different kind of emotional dynamic compared to what experienced back home. So here's something I'd like to say. From my personal experience, I do find that Western guys have a little bit more fragile, emotional, more sensitive when you're having an argument or a fight. Because back home, such as my parents or how I grew up, hear from other parents or couple, having a fight or argument is more often in Asia. Even you get quite heated. But I feel like over here, like if you get into an argument, it can harm you so much more than you getting an argument with a Chinese partner. Because I think it's a culture difference. In China, if you having an argument with your partner, the next day you're just back to normal. But I found over here, sometimes maybe it depends on the people as well. But I think in general, if you have a serious conversation, it lasts so much longer. Okay, here comes to 5. Dislike acting cute or whiny. If you try to act cute or pout, Western men might tell you stop whining or act like an adult, stop being like a baby. This is in stark contrast to many Asian men, not everyone, but in general, who often find it charming when their girlfriends act a little bit like spoiled or clingy. The reaction can be surprisingly cold if you're expecting a similar response. 6. Meeting the parents in casual. So in China, meeting the parents is usually a serious step. almost like a prelude to marriage. So guys or girls, you need to be careful. If you're meeting their Chinese parents, you need to be clear beforehand if you don't plan to marry them, okay? With Western men, though, meeting the parents can be pretty casual. It doesn't always mean they're planning to propose anytime soon. So it's more about introducing you as part of their life. I know many guys who brought loads of girlfriends to meet their parents, so it's a bit different in China, not necessarily as a future spouse. So there you have it. These are just some pitfalls mentioned in the post about dating Western men. Again, this isn't about bashing anyone. It's about understanding cultural differences. If you are thinking about dating someone from a different background, knowing these things, you can save you a lot of confusion and heartbreak. So there are some popular comments. The first liked one. First, all guys around me, classmates, colleagues, and friends, none of them split the bills with their girlfriends. So my personal experience in the UK is like, it doesn't happen all the time. It's like half-half. Usually on the next time you pay it back. So it's not like 50-50 or you just pay what you ordered of more mixture. There are boys just paying for their own. I mean, you're just meeting for coffee or drinks usually because the meal is so expensive if you eat out, isn't it? Okay, here comes your second liked. And honestly, about not liking it when a girl acts cute. Let's be real, there's no straight man in the world who doesn't like it. Is it? The third one, her boyfriend is just not that into her. 4. My boyfriend is Swedish and not only does he never spill the bill, but he always pays when we go out. If you date a Chinese girl, you should respect Chinese dating culture. 5. To be honest, I don't really respect or like so-called Chinese dating culture. I prefer to spend my money doing what I like with someone I like. If we are both interested in something, we split the cost. 6. No offense, but men who like to split the bill are either broke or not that into you. Guys with money just swipe their cards without a word. 7. Expect for the red envelope thing, which is a unique part of Chinese dating culture. The rest is pretty niche. Don't take it too seriously. In a committed relationship, people adapt to each other. Most Western guys in serious relationships end up acting pretty much like Chinese boyfriends. This feels too subjective. I don't know how old you are or what your experience have been, but I've been married to a Western guy for 10 years. The only time I've seen this kind of behavior is when a guy isn't serious about you. True love looks the same everywhere, no matter where someone's from. Okay, so what do you think? Let me know in the comment. Thanks for watching. Bye bye!